Good morning, everyone. My name is Teacher Jarrett. Okay, and today we are going to be talking about our friends, okay? So, we're going to read a story first, and we are going to talk about what do friends do together, okay? So let's read about how two friends have fun together. All right. So before we start, because this is a story, we are going to do our detail chart, okay? We are going to make details. Yay! Today, what we will do is we will first read the story, and then at the very end, we will talk together to figure out in order to summarize what happened in the story, okay? So, we'll draw our boxes and we'll draw our arrows, but we won't write anything until the end after we finish it all, okay? Okay, so let's look at this picture. What do we have? There's a butterfly and some flowers and grass and trees. Oh, and look, here are two friends, okay? Two little girls. And the little girls are holding what? If you know, raise your hand. Okay, why don't you tell me? What is this girl holding? Yes, that is right. It is a ball. A ball. Okay, let's make a note here. The little girl on the left is holding a ball. Okay? So, when we look at this, this is left and this is right. Okay? So now let's see what the girl on the right is holding. The little girl on the right is holding a, what is it? Raise your hand if you know. Oh, why don't you tell me? Uh-huh. Yes, the little girl on the right is holding a box. Okay. Wow. So now this story will be about these two little girls. Now, do you think the girls are friends or not friends? If you think they're friends, raise your hand. Okay. Now, if you think they are not friends, raise your hand. Okay. Well, we will read the story and we will find out, okay? Now, before we start, let's look at the title of the story. The title is here. If you think you know the title, we're going to shout it out together when I count to 3, okay? So on 1, 2, 3. The title is Friends! Okay, very good. Now, the next question is the author. So, can you tell me who the author is? If you know, raise your hand. Ooh, so many people know. Why don't you tell me? Yes, the author is Nina Cruz. We know she's the author because of this word, by. So it's by Nina Cruz. That means Nina Cruz is the author, okay? Now let's go to the next page and see what is in this story. Okay. Okay, Pam and Jill are friends. Okay, so they are friends. These two little girls are Pam and Jill, and they are friends. They play a lot. Now, this word they is a pronoun that we use to mention a group of people without saying their names. Okay, so the word they is a pronoun that we use to mention a group of people without saying their names. So we say Pam and Jill are friends. They play a lot. So they means Pam and Jill, okay? So if we wanted to use Pam and Jill's name again, what we could do is we could say Pam and Jill are friends. Pam and Jill play a lot. So that's one way we could write it. But pronouns, like they, let us write the sentence shorter to save us time or save us space. So we write Pam and Jill are friends. They play a lot. So one more example of using they could be my brother and sister are very tall. My brother and sister are very tall. They both play basketball. Okay, so I said my brother and sister are very tall. Tall, so tall. They means my brother and sister both play basketball. So I used they instead of writing my brother and sister again. Okay? So that's a little grammar for today. Now let's read this again together, okay? Pam and Jill are friends. They play a lot. Okay, very good. Now let's delete this. I'll scroll down. Pam and Jill toss a ball. Okay, so now it's your turn to read. Pam and Jill toss a ball. Very good. Now, Pam hops. Jill hops too. Okay, so now this is another special word, okay? A special word. Two is a special word. The word two is used if people do the same thing as else, okay? So let's see if we can give an example here, okay? So now I can say, Teacher Jarrett is, we'll do this one. My brother is tall. My sister is tall too. Okay, so my brother is tall. That means my brother is so tall. My sister is tall too. Okay, so my sister is also tall. Okay, so we'll do one more sentence. My brother likes to, ooh, well, let's use this. My friend likes to eat chicken. I like to eat chicken too. Okay, so my friend likes to eat chicken. I like to eat chicken too. That means I also like to eat chicken. Okay, so let's get rid of this, and it's your turn to read. Okay, so Pam hops. Jill hops too. Okay, very good. There they are. They're jumping up and down. Hop, hop. Okay, now let's go to the next page. They play tag. Pam is quick. Okay, so tag is when you chase someone and you try to touch them. And then after you touch them, then you run away. Okay, so let's read it together. They play tag. Pam is quick. Very good. Now, if we look at this picture, who do you think is Pam? Is Pam this girl here or this girl here? If you think Pam is this girl, raise your hand. Okay. Now, if you think Pam is this girl, raise your hand. Okay, so some people think this is Pam, and some people think this is Pam. So let's see on the next page, who is Pam? Jill is not as quick as Pam. Okay, so who do we think is Pam? So this girl looks sad. Maybe because she cannot catch this girl. This girl in red, run, 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 but she can never touch the person. The other girl is so fast, run, 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 and she always wins. So that shows us that this is Jill and this is Pam, okay? So Jill is slow, Pam is quick. So let's read this together. Jill is not as quick as Pam. Okay, very good. Now let's go to the next page. Jill is hot. She does not like tag. Oh. Okay, let's read it together. Jill is hot. She does not like tag. All right, so Jill does not like the game. Pam makes a plan. She has a box. Wow. Okay, so this word makes means to think of something or put something together, or you just come up with an idea in your head. Okay, so let's read this together. Pam makes a plan. She has a box. Okay, very good. Wow. Jill looks in. It is a doll and a dog. Okay, so Jill, this is Jill, looks inside the box. There is a doll and a dog inside the box. Wow. Okay, let's read this together. Jill looks in. It is a doll and a dog. Okay, good job. Now, Pam and Jill sit on a rock. They make up a game. Okay, so Pam made a plan. She has a box. So let's see. Pam makes a plan. So that means she thought of a plan. Now let's go here. Pam and Jill sit on a rock. They make up a game. Okay, so they thought of a game inside their head. Let's read this together now. Pam and Jill sit on a rock. They make up a game. Okay, so are there any games that you like to play? Maybe tag, or maybe with two dolls you can play house, or maybe if you have two dolls you can what else, go to the store, where they go to the store and they buy groceries. Or maybe you have a plane and the planes can fly around, right? There's so many different games. Now let's go to the next page. The dog and doll are friends. Okay, so Jill has the doll and Pam has the dog. Okay, Pam and Jill play. Now, before we go to the next page, let's read all this together. Pam and Jill sit on a rock. They make up a game. The dog and doll are friends. Pam and Jill play. Okay, very good. It is a fun day. All right. So fun means that Jill and Pam are both happy. Yay! They had a fun day. Now, let's go to the next page. Okay, we can talk about the author. This is Nina Cruz, and there's a picture of her. Now let's read. I'll read first, and then you can read with me. Nina Cruz uses photographs to tell stories about children. The children in the photographs are her family or friends. She says that her readers like to see pictures of real children. Okay, wow. So let's read this together first, and then we can talk. Nina Cruz uses photographs to tell stories about children. The children in the photographs are her family or friends. She says that her readers like to see pictures of real children. Okay, very good. Now, do you like to see pictures of real children, or do you like to see drawings of children? If you like to see real children, raise your hand. Okay, very good. Now, if you like to see drawings of children, you can raise your hand. Oh, yeah, very good. If you like both, if you like drawings and pictures, you can raise both hands. Yes. Oh, some people like both. I like both too. I like to look at drawings and I like to look at photographs. So let's see what the author's purpose is. Author's purpose. Now, we see something in here called the apostrophe S, right? We talked about that before. So the apostrophe S is a way to show possession, okay? So let's type this out. The apostrophe S, oh, I'll just do it this way. The apostrophe S shows possession. Okay, I had to look something up there, but now I'm back. So the apostrophe S, which is this, so shows possession of the item after the person, okay? So now we can see the author's purpose. We can see this apostrophe S, which means that the purpose is belongs to the author. So this is what the author is thinking, okay? So let's see what this says. Nina Cruz wanted to tell about real things friends do when they play together. Draw a picture of you and a friend playing. Okay, so let me move this here so you can see. And I'm going to draw a picture of my two friends playing. So here's a head, there's an eye, and another eye in my mouth. That's me. J-A-R-R-E-T-T. And here's my friend. Okay. And what do you think we are playing? Yes, we are going to play ball. Okay, so we have a ball, and I will throw the ball to my friend. Okay, so if I throw the ball to my friend, then the ball will go here, right? And then the ball will be over here with my friend, okay? So that is my picture of me and my friend and myself playing, okay? Now let's get rid of this. Okay. Wow, so much. Okay, so now why don't you take some time to draw a picture? Draw a picture. You can take a pen, and you can take some paper, and you can draw a picture of you and your friend playing, okay? Okay, so now you can wait. You can pause and draw, and then you can show it to me. When you're done, you can take it and hold it up and so I can see it, okay? All right, now pause and draw. Wow! That is such a good picture! Yay! You are such a good drawer. Very good. Okay. Now, let's delete this. I will leave this here so you can read it if you have questions, and now we'll go to the next page. Okay, so now let's use our own words to retell 3 important details in Friends. All right, so now we only need to tell 3 details, okay? So let's see. Detail 1. Okay. So if you know, you can raise your hand. Ooh, why don't you tell me? Okay. Yep, I'm listening. Okay. Yes, very good. Okay, so detail 1 is Jill and Pam play with a ball. Okay, so that's what Jill and Pam did first, right? So let's go to detail 2. Okay, who knows detail 2? Raise your hand. Ooh, so many people. Why don't you tell me? Yeah, okay. Mhm. Okay. Yes, you are right. Okay. Jill and Pam play tag together. Jill cannot run fast and she gets tired and hot. Oh, wait. And she gets hot. Jill does not like playing tag. Okay. Very good. So detail 2 is Jill and Pam play tag together. Jill cannot run fast and she gets hot. So hot. Jill does not like playing tag. Okay? So that's very good. Now let's go to detail 3. Detail 3. Oh, we're so close now. If you know, raise your hand. We're almost at the very end. What is it? What could it be? I don't know. Do you know? Oh, you know. Why don't you tell me? Okay, I'm listening. Okay. Yes. Yep. Very good. Okay, so for detail 3, Jill and Pam. Oh, Jill and let's see. Pam makes a plan. She takes a dog and a doll out of her box and Jill and Pam make up a game and They have a lot of fun. Very good. Okay. Good job. So Pam makes a plan. She takes a dog and a doll out of her box. Jill and Pam make up a game. They have a lot of fun. Very good. Now, let's read all of these details together. Okay? So I will let you read and I will listen. Okay? So now it's your turn to read. We'll read it a little fast so you can practice reading fast. Jill and Pam play with a ball. Jill and Pam play tag together. Jill cannot run fast and she gets hot. Let's do this. Jill does not like playing tag. Pam makes a plan. She takes a dog and a doll out of her box. Jill and Pam make up a game. They have a lot of fun. Good job. You are so smart. Very good. Now, after we retold the story, let's go to the next question. What details tell you what Pam and Jill like to do? Okay, so we can see from detail 1 that Jill and Pam play with a ball. So we will make a chart over here, okay? So Jill, what happened? Okay. Jill likes to play with a ball. Pam likes to play with a ball. Okay, so we know Jill likes the ball and Pam likes the ball. Now, let's go to detail 2. Jill and Pam play tag. Okay, but Jill cannot run fast and she gets hot. Jill does not like playing tag. So Jill does not like to play tag. But Pam likes to play tag. Pam is quick. She likes to play tag. Okay. Now, let's look at the last detail. Jill and Pam make up a game with a dog and a doll. They have a lot of fun. Okay, so we know that Jill likes to play with a doll. Okay, and we know that Pam likes to play with a dog, right? Okay, so let's read this together. I'll listen. Jill likes to play with a ball. Jill likes to play with a doll. Pam likes to play with a ball. Pam is quick. She likes to play tag. Pam likes to play with a dog. Okay, very good. Now let's see the next question. What happens when Pam and Jill play tag? If you know, raise your hand. Ooh, why don't you tell me? Okay. Yep, that's right. Yes, you are so smart. Okay, so when Pam and Jill play tag, Jill cannot run fast and she gets hot. Jill does not like playing tag, right? So when they play tag, Jill gets hot and she doesn't want to play anymore, okay? Very good. Now, let's go to the next question. How can you tell that Friends, this story, is nonfiction? All right, how can we tell? We can tell this story is nonfiction because it has because it's story about real people. Okay. People doing Okay, so we can tell, let's do this. So we can tell this story is nonfiction because it is a story about real people. Pam and Jill are real people doing things that happen in real life. So Pam and Jill are real people, and they also played tag, and they played with the ball, and they played with dolls. And we know that they did that in real life because there are pictures, photographs of the girls doing that. Okay? All right. So now let's clean this up a little bit. Now let's look at our question here. Okay. What? Oh, silly me. What can friends do when they want to play different games? All right, so now is this a question sentence or a telling sentence? If you know the answer, raise your hand. Why don't you tell me? Yes, well, it is a question sentence. And we know it is a question sentence because it has a question mark, okay? So let's think of what you can do if you have two friends and you want to play different games, okay? So why don't you tell me what you can do? Okay, yep, I'm listening. Okay. Yes, very good. You can talk to your friend and ask them to play different game with you. Okay. That is one way, one thing. What else can you do? Yes, that's a good idea too. You can go play with a different friend. Okay, so these are two good ideas, okay? So one idea is you can talk to your friend and ask them to play a different game with you, okay? Another idea is you can go and play with a different friend, all right? So now it is your turn to talk and I am going to listen, okay? What can friends do when they want to play different games? You can talk to your friend and ask them to play a different game with you. You can go play with a different friend. Okay, everyone, very good. Now let's erase all of this and we'll read our next story. Yay! Okay. So now we are going to read about a little boy. Let's compare texts and read about a boy and his friends. And then we can see how his friends compare to Pam and Jill, okay? Now, the title of this story is There Are Days and There Are Days, okay? The author, I'll read the author because it's a long name, but this is the author, is Beatrice Schenk de Rigniers, okay? So let's start reading together. There are days I want to be all alone with only me for company, me and my cat. There are days like that. Okay, so let's read it together and then we'll talk about it. So, there are days and there are days. There are days I want to be all alone with only me for company, me and my cat. There are days like that. Okay, so this is a poem, okay? Let's make it blue. A poem tells a story and can sometimes rhyme. A poem can be short or long. Okay, so let's do this. Control X. Okay. Wait. Huh, I don't know what happened, but we will type it over here. Okay. We'll use that. A poem tells a story. It can sometimes rhyme. A poem can be short or long. Okay. Okay, we got that fixed. Now, a poem tells a story. It can sometimes rhyme. A poem can be long or it can be short. So let's find two words that rhyme. Now remember, rhyming means the last sound is the same. So if you can find it, raise your hand. This is hard. All right, let me show you one first. So cat and that both rhyme. Do you see? Cat, that. They both end with the sound AT, right? So at, cat, that. Now, can anyone find one more rhyme? It's a little harder. Why don't you try? Okay. Yeah, the rhyme is me and company. See, so the Y sound is a Y to make E, but here it's an E to make E. So it's me and company. All right. So let's erase this and go to the next page. Okay. And there are days, many more, I don't want to be alone anymore. Then it seems to me jokes are funnier, honey's honeyer, sun is sunnier when I'm with a friend. Okay? So this is saying sometimes he likes to be alone with only his cat. but sometimes there are days when he wants to be with a friend. So let's read this part together. And there are days, many more, I don't want to be alone anymore. Then it seems to me jokes are funnier, honey's honeyer, sun is sunnier when I'm with a friend. Okay, so when he's with a friend, he thinks jokes, which is something you say to make someone laugh, is funnier. So when he's with his cat, maybe he will just say ha 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 ha. But if he's with his friend, maybe he'll say ah ha 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 ha, oh, because he thinks it's so funny. Okay? So let's talk about our question here. What does the boy like about being with a friend? Well, to me, it seems like he likes being with a friend because he can share. They can share bubbles. See, they're sharing. Or they can talk to each other. Or they can tell jokes together. Or they can enjoy being outside together, right? Can you think of one more reason the boy likes being with his friend? If you know, raise your hand. Why don't you tell me? Yes, that is a good idea. He likes to be with a friend because they can play games together and have fun. Okay? So we can see that this boy likes to be alone sometimes, which is okay. It's okay if you don't want any friends and you just want to be by yourself and you just want to think, or read. But when you are with your friend, you can have fun and be happy and play games, okay? So that is all we have for today. I am going to say goodbye to you today, and I will see you tomorrow, okay? So bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.